Okay, we'll learn how to solve a quadratic equation. This is an old topic. Today we'll begin the chapter polynomials. Okay, so today we'll begin the chapter polynomials, but before beginning it, we should know how to solve a quadratic equation. This is very important. Suppose, for example, there is a given x square plus 6x plus so x square plus 6x plus 5 equals to 0. So just to remind you the rule is 5 ones are 5. It is of the form what? It is of the form ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. So always at first what you have to do, you have to multiply a into c. Okay, the first term, this is a is the coefficient of x square. B is the coefficient of x and C is the constant term. Okay, so A is the coefficient of x square, B is the coefficient of x and C is the constant term. So ax square plus bx plus c equals to 0. Okay, so first what you have to do, you have to multiply a and c. That is, here 5 ones are 5. First you have to bring 5. Fine. Then the rule is that you find such two factors of 5, adding which, why did I say adding which? Because here plus symbol is there. Adding which you get 6. So that is 5 and 1, because 5 plus 1 is 6 and 5 ones are 5. So x square plus, you write down the x, so in place of 6 you write down 5 plus 1 plus 5 is equals to 0. So it will become x square plus 5x plus x plus 5 is equals to 0. So it will become x square and 5x, you can take from these two, you can take x common, so it becomes x plus 5. After taking common, write आग बंद करके once more x plus 5, and just this term and this term is left. So if you write plus 1 into x is x, plus 1 into 5 is 5, so it will become x plus 5 common, this is coming out, and then x plus 1 is equals to 0. So this now, therefore x plus 5 is also equals to 0, or x plus 1 is also equals to 0. So x is equals to either minus 5 or x is equals to minus 1. Now minus 5 and minus 1 are solutions of the quadratic equation. Quadratic equation, x square plus 5x plus 5 is equals to 0. So that I hope you have understood. I will give you one more example. Moving into our next example, suppose I have been given 8x square minus 22x minus 21 is equals to 0. So how to do it? Now it is always of the form ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. Here a is equals to 8, b is equals to minus 22 and c is equals to minus 21. So at first you do 8 into 21. So 21 into 8 will give you 8 1 is 8, 8 2 is 16, 168. So you have to think such two factors of 168, on subtracting which, because before c there is minus, on subtracting which you get this 22. So we have to find out such a factor on subtracting which you get 22, and that is how to do factorization. You do 2 8 4 2 4 2 2 2 1 and 3 7. Now you have to, these are all the factors of 168. You have to select two factors such that you get 22. So 7 3 जा सब्ट्रैक्ट करने से 22 आना चाहिए. So 7 3 जा 21 and 7 3 जा 21. 21 into 2 is 42. So up to this much it is 42. 42 minus 2 2 ja 4 is not okay. Not 38. We have to bring 22. Okay. Next try. 2 2 ja 4. 4 3 ja 12. 12 2 ja 24. 2 2 ja 4. 4 2 ja 2 2 ja 4. 4 2 ja 8. 8 4 8. 8 3 ja 24. 24 minus 7 is not done. Fine. 24 से minus 7 minus करके लाना है. Okay, so 24 minus 7 is not done. Okay, 7 3 ja 21, 21 to 4 done once. So what more combination is possible? So 7 2 ja 14, 14 2 ja 7 2 ja 14, 14 2 ja 28. 7 2 ja 14, 14 2 ja 28. 28 minus 3 2 ja 6. See, 7 2 ja 14, 14 2 ja 28. And so 7 involved, 2 involved, 2 involved. 28, 3 2 ja 6. 28 minus 6. So in this way, 28 minus 6 will give you 22. So in this way, permutation combination करके करना पड़ेगा. So 8x square minus x you write, 28 minus 6 you write, minus 21 is equals to 0 it will be. So what you will get? You will get 8x square minus 28x plus 6x minus 21 is equals to 0. So what you will get? You will get, now you have to take common. So you can take 4x common from here. If you take 4x common, you will get 2x minus 7. Okay. And you write आग बंद करके 2x minus 7 here. So you will get, I think, plus 3 because 3 2 ja 6x, 3 7 ja 21 is equals to 0. So what you get? 2x minus 7 as common you get, and you take 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. So what do you get? You get x is equals to 2x minus 7 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 7 by 2. Okay, and 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. So you get x is equals to minus 3 by 4. So these two are the answers, so solutions. Okay, so we will learn the remainder theorem today at first. But before going into remainder theorem, first of all you have to learn that how to divide a polynomial with another polynomial. Okay. Basic thing. So how can we do? How to divide a polynomial with another polynomial? Suppose, for example, there is a polynomial given fx is equals to 3x square plus x minus 1. And there is another polynomial given, suppose let the another polynomial be, one is fx, and then let the other polynomial be gx. Okay, so gx is equals to, let it be x plus 1. Now I want to divide fx with gs. So fx polynomial should be divided by gx polynomial. So how can we do it? Now you see. First you write down the fx polynomial 3x plus x minus 1, and you have to divide it with x plus 1. So in your mind you have to think x into how much will give you 3x square. Definitely x into, if you think in your mind, okay, x in the rough, in your mind if you think x into how much should give you 3x square, definitely that should be 3x, right? Because x into 3x should give you 3x square. So there you will write 3x giving 3x square. Now you have to maintain the sign. For example, here the sign is what? Positive in the first case. As because the sign is positive, here also it should come positive. And as because here it should come positive, that's why I have done plus x into plus 3x giving 3x square. Okay, so and I will put this sign is positive, so I will put a opposite sign here. Okay, now what happens is already you have written 3x here, so 1 plus 1 is left, so plus 1 into 3x will give you 3x, so you will write here plus 3x. So because plus and plus makes plus, so here also opposite side minus. Now this will be cancelled out and this will give you minus 2x minus 1. Now you notice here you have minus 2x. So x into how much will give you minus 2x? You have to bring exactly minus 2x only. I am writing before and only. You have to bring exactly minus 2x. So x into how much? X into how much should give you minus 2x? That you have to understand. So x into how much should give you minus 2x? Definitely x into minus 2 should give you minus 2x. So I will directly write here minus 2. Sir, why you have taken minus 2 and not plus 2? Because I have to bring here minus 2x. It is already plus here. So plus minus, it should be minus. That's why minus 2. So minus 2x. Now I will put plus 1 into minus 2 will give me minus 2 here. And so opposite sign of minus is plus and opposite side of this minus is plus. So I'll operate with this sign and forget this sign. So this will be cancelled, plus minus cancel. So plus 2 minus 1 is 1. So now you see the fx is equals to 3x square plus x minus 1. The gx is equals to x plus 1. This is the dividend. Okay, and this is the divisor. Okay, and you get a new polynomial qx, which is the quotient, is equals to 3x minus 2 is the quotient. Okay, and you get another remainder rx, which is equals to 1, which is a constant polynomial. In this case it is a remainder but a constant polynomial. So that is all about the division. So this is how you do the division. Let us learn one more division. Let us learn one more division so that your concept becomes exactly clear. I'll give you two examples. So let us learn one more division. So in this case what you have to do is let my fx or the dividend which I want to divide be 1 minus x cube, and let my gx, the divisor with which you will divide, be x plus 1. Okay, so actually I will write it like this: minus x cube plus 1. Why? Because the variable part should be always written at first. So I will divide it. How? I have to divide it with x plus 1. So when I divide it with x plus 1, so x into how much will give you minus x cube? Definitely I want minus x cube. So definitely x into minus x square will give you minus x cube. So 1 into, now here what will happen, 1 into minus x square, I will write down minus x square here. Now there will be lot of confusions created, a lot of confusions created, because under 1 there is minus x square, so lot of confusions created. So I want to avoid this confusion. So now I want to teach you something. Always remember, when this type of polynomial is given, suppose for example in your this case it is minus x cube plus 1. So what you need to do is you write it in the expanded form. Write down the dividend or the fx which you have to divide in the expanded form. Always try to write it in the expanded form, then it will be easier for you. How to write the expanded form? Minus x cube. So what comes after cube? After cube comes square, but it is not there actually, so you write plus 0 x square. 0 into x square is 0, so no problem. Then after 2 what comes? 1. So write plus 0 x to the power 1, then write plus 1. In this way you write down, then your division, doing the division will be much more easy. So what you do, you now write minus x cube plus 0x square plus 0x plus 1. Now when you divide, your division will become much more easier. Okay, now how to do? Your gx was what? Your gx was x plus 1. So what you do is you put x plus 1 here. Okay, now when you put x plus 1 here, so x into how much? X into minus x square will give you minus x cube. Definitely, I hope that you understand. And 1 into minus x square will give you minus x square. Now x square comes down the x square, so no problem. My ulta sign is plus and ulta sign is plus. So plus minus cancel. So plus x square will come down. Yes, plus x square, definitely plus x square will come down. And then what will happen? Then plus x square, and you have to bring down plus x square, and you have to bring down plus 0x and plus 1. Bring it down. Okay, write it again. Now x into how much will give you plus x square? I think x into plus x will give you plus x square. So x square. So 1 into plus x will give you 1x. Okay, so now what will be happening? There will be minus sign, ulta sign, there will be minus sign, ulta sign. So this will be cancelled, and this will be minus, x will come down and plus 1 will come down. So now this, you keep it like this. Now x into how much will give you minus x? X into minus 1 will give you minus x. So 1 into minus 1 is minus 1. And if you write down the opposite sign, plus sign, and the plus sign, then this will be cancelled, and plus 1 will be plus 2. So the remainder is 2. So I hope that you have understood that in this case the qx is minus x square plus x minus 1, I'm sorry, and the rx, the remainder, is equals to plus 2, which is again a constant polynomial. So I hope that you have understood up to this much. So now we'll learn a more interesting thing. Okay, it is already a known thing, but a very interesting thing. First of all, I would like to tell you one thing, that just ignore these dirty parts. Okay, just ignore it. Okay, suppose for example you are given to divide 9 with 2. Then what you will get? 2 4s are 8, and you will get 1. Right? So you see 9 is equals to 2 into 4 plus 1. So that means the dividend is equals to divisor. The dividend is equals to the divisor into the quotient. 2 4s are 8. Okay, so into the quotient plus 1. So 2 4s are 8 plus 1, 9. So always this follows. Suppose you are dividing, another example, 17 with 5. So 5 3s are 15, and you get 2. So 17 is equals to 5 into 3 plus 2. So 5 3s are 15 plus 2, 17. So in the same way, the dividend is always equals to the divisor into quotient plus remainder. Like you see here, the dividend is always equals to the divisor into the quotient plus remainder. So fx was your dividend. In each case, gx is divisor, quotient is qx, and remainder is rx. Suppose for example a previous sum that I have already shown you, like for example fx is equals to 1 minus x cube, and gx is equals to x plus 1. So fx is equals to minus x cube plus 1, that is 1 minus x cube. What was the gx? Gx was x plus 1. The gx was x plus 1. And what you got? You got the that is the quotient qx. After dividing, what this was your division. After dividing, you got the quotient, this one. Okay, so the quotient, this one. Okay, and the plus the remainder. Remainder is plus 2. So you get plus 2. So you do it. You do the RHS part, and you will always see you obtain this. So that is our truth. So tell me, you understand this or not? Now understanding the let us understand the remainder theorem actually. What does the remainder theorem say? That if fx is any polynomial which is divided by another polynomial x minus a, where a can be any number, then the remainder is always FA. That is, they are trying to say, suppose if fx is equals to x to the power 4 plus x cube plus, minus 2x square plus x plus 1, and if it is divided by gx is equals to x minus 1, then see, it is divided by x minus a, so you have to put fa. So it is divided by x minus 1, so you have to put f1. So 1 to the power 4 plus 1 cube minus 2 1 square plus 1, which will give you an answer of, if you solve it, 1 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 plus 1, which will give you an answer of 2. So if fx, this fx is divided by x minus 1, the Rx or the remainder is equals to 2. So that is the basic of remainder theorem. I hope that you have understood this. So actually what is happening, without actually dividing, without actually going into any division, we can directly find out the remainder just by putting the value. What you have to remember is that with what you are dividing, and that value should be in f in the place of x. You have to put that value. I'll give you another example. Suppose, for example, you have been asked, there is a polynomial ft is equals to 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1. 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1. It is divided by gt 2t plus 1. So in place of ft, what you will put? You have to put ft. What you will put? F in place of t. In the rough, what you do in your mind, always remember, put 2t plus 1 is equals to 0. So it will be 2t is equals to minus 1. So t is equals to minus half. So you have to, in place of ft, you have to put f minus half. So you will get 4 minus half whole cube plus 4 minus half square minus half minus 1. So this is what you have to put. Okay. So, and if you solve this, you will get an answer 0. You will get an answer 0. So that is what you will get. So that is remainder theorem. So the remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. That means what? That means that gt is a factor of, that means gt is a factor of, remainder is 0, that means gt is a factor of ft. So that means that 2t plus 1 is a factor of 4t cube plus 4t square minus t minus 1. Why is it a factor? Because the remainder is 0. In normal divisions, when it becomes factor, suppose I have been asking divide 15 with 5. So 5 3 is a 15. When the remainder is 0, so 3 is a factor of or 5 is a factor of 15. 3 is a factor of 15 definitely. The quotient is also a factor, but the divisor is also a factor. So here the divisor is the factor because the remainder is 0. So I hope that you understand this. So now if anyone asks, check whether 3x minus 2 is a factor of 9x square minus 3x minus 2 or not. How can you do it? Just what you do is, just like remainder theorem, in the rough, make 3x minus 2 equals to 0, so x is equals to 2 by 3. So fx is equals to 9x square minus 3x minus 2. So f 2 by 3 is equals to 9 into 2 by 3 whole square minus 3 into 2 by 3 if you do minus 2. So you will get 9 into 4 by 9 minus 3 into 2 by 3 minus 2, and if you execute this you will get the answer 0. So if the answer is 0, therefore you can say that 3x minus 2 is a factor of fx equals to 9x square minus 3x minus 2. And if in any case, in any other question you don't get 0, then you will say it is not a factor. I hope you have understood this. Now I'll do a type of sum. Find the value of k, for which x minus 1 is a factor of kx square minus 3x plus k. So it is already said that x minus 1 is a factor of this already. So that means, therefore, so x minus 1 is equals to 0 if you take x equals to 1. So f1, if this is fx, so f1 will all be equals to 0. So in this equation, if you put k into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus k is equals to 0, you will obtain the value of k minus 3 plus k is equals to 0. So 2k minus 3 is equals to 0. So k is equals to 3 by 2. So this is the answer. So this type of sums must be done in this way.